Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So, Naoya Inoue dismantles Nonito Donaire in the second round via TKO to become the new unified bantamweight champion. Inoue now holds the WBC, IBF and WBA bantamweight titles. Only the WBO now is remaining for Inoue to collect. Obviously, first time around, these two guys, when they shared the ring, it was a very exciting fight. Inoue winning that fight by a 12-round unanimous decision, but it was a fight in which he had a lot of trouble. He was hurt a couple of times, damaged his orbital bone, so he went through the wars in that first fight. This rematch, not so much. First round, I actually felt it was quite tense early on. Donaire actually came out quite forcefully behind his jab, trying to push Inoue back. He was popping the jab, which is what I wanted to see from him. And he opened up with a left hook very early on Inoue, and yeah, he was looking quite good actually in the first sort of minute and a half of round one. He actually timed Inoue's jab with a really good overhand right early on in the first round. And, first few seconds, Inoue seemed a bit... he was definitely respectful of Donaire's power. And what I liked from Inoue, I was saying in my prediction video, he needs to show some more adjustments defensively, in particular with that jab. Now, he got caught early on when his jab got countered, but I liked in this fight, and he was doing this in round one, how he was varying the jab more, going from body to head, stepping off the line as he jabbed. And, as the first round went on, Inoue started to build into it. There was a couple of exchanges where Donaire landed a couple of shots, but Inoue, in my opinion, landed the better shots. He was timing Donaire with his overhand right, and he was also trying to exchange left hooks with Donaire. Inoue was looking sharp as he warmed up. And towards the end of round one, Donaire tries to open up for a right hand. That's what it looked like anyway. And Inoue times him with a super short right hand of his own, bang on the chin. Donaire goes down. This was right at the end of a round, so Donaire lived to see another round. Round two, though, Inoue, feeling that he was, that Donaire was hurt, went all over, jumped right on him basically, and opened up with a series of shots, a series of combinations. Donaire was rocked, I believe, with like a left. I think it was like a left hook come uppercut, and also a right hand. Donaire was on unsteady legs, but Donaire was trying to fight back off the ropes, trying to throw body shots, hooks to the body, uppercuts through the middle, trying his best to stave off the attack of Inoue. And he was landing shots, but Inoue was just smelling blood. And Donaire, when he was hurt, couldn't really get that purchase in his punches to make a difference. And eventually, Inoue catches Donaire once again with, I believe, another overhand right. Donaire goes down quite heavily, and the referee waves it off right away. Donaire actually got up quite quickly. He was definitely hurt. He was hurt numerous times throughout round two, but given the sort of fighter Donaire is, legendary multi-weight champion, Hall of Famer, etc., I felt the referee could have at least given Donaire a count. I mean, he waved it off right away, basically, when Donaire went down. So I would have liked to have seen Donaire get a count, see how he looked, and then go from there. I felt the referee was a little bit eager to stop it. I mean, the referee was kind of leaning in when Inoue was landing shots in round two when Donaire was hurt. The ref seemed eager to stop it. Would I say it's an early stoppage per se? I think slightly. I think he could have given Donaire a count, see how he looked. But, in this fight, Inoue looked really, really sharp. I liked the greater variety on his jab. And one other thing as well, which I believe Chris Algieri mentioned on the commentary, was that compared to the first fight, Inoue looked bigger than he was in that fight. Because in that first fight, Donaire to me looked noticeably bigger. This time around, not so much. Donaire was still the bigger man, but not by as big a margin. Inoue really did the job here. Second round stoppage over Donaire. can't really be argued about, I guess. So we'll see where Inoue goes from here. Again, one belt away from becoming undisputed at bantamweight. I'm not sure who is the current WBO bantamweight champion. It was John Rio Casemiro, but I'm not sure whether he's been stripped. We shall see. I know Paul Butler was scurrying around trying to get that vacant title. But regardless, at bantamweight, I can't see anybody beating Inoue. You know, if anybody was going to pull the upset, it would be Donaire because of his power. I can't see anybody beating Inoue at bantamweight. I really can't. But yeah, good performance by Inoue. He moves on, still unbeaten. So we'll see where he goes from here. As for Donaire, I mean, the guy really has had a legendary career. He's fought a host of great fighters, dangerous fighters. You know, multi-weight world champion, like I said, former pound-for-pound fighter. 39 years old, he's had a long career. He's had a tough career. I think now it's time to call it a day. Maybe one last hurrah, you know, a farewell fight against a lesser guy. Cool, fair enough. But at world level, I think Donaire should really start thinking about calling it a day, to be honest. Because he didn't really respond well to the power of Inoue in this bout. Whereas in the first fight, he took a lot of heavy shots to the head. And he actually took them quite well. You know, whereas this time, man, he was hurt numerous times in 2 rounds. So I think age at this point is starting to get to Donaire. Well, no shit, he's 39 years old, right? So yeah, I mean, I hope that I hope Donaire calls it a day. Again, been a credit to the sport. Some great wins, some great fights. So yeah, credit to Donaire for trying to achieve something great. But it's Inoue's time. He is the king. At bantamweight, it's just that simple. I know he's not undisputed yet, but nobody can match him at bantamweight. That's how I feel, at least. Anyway, share your thoughts below. It's been your guy Delboy. Peace.